Hi, everyone. I'm going to call this meeting of the Oversight Committee on Executive Officers on December 15th to order at 9:04 p.m. Before we begin, I'm going to start with the territorial acknowledgement. We respectfully acknowledge that the SFSS is located on the traditional unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, including the Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coquitlam, and Capti nations. Unceded means that these territories have never been handed over, sold, or given up by these nations, and we're currently situated on occupied territory. We'll now begin with a roll call of attendance. I'm going to start off with myself, the cognitive science counselor. Hi, everyone. My name is Aaron, pronouns he, they, and for access needs. I'm just a bit mentally exhausted right now, so I might have to take a bit longer at times to transition between different items. Next up is our ex officio.
Hi everyone, my name is Abby, he, him pronouns. All my access needs are met, but I am very tired as I was here late last night and here early this morning. So I may be a little bit slow to respond to things.
Next up is our philosophy counselor.
Hi, my name is Ashley. My pronouns are they, she, v. As for accessibility needs, I have a little bit of a headache right now, so I might be a little slow at certain things. And also my computer has this habit of freezing on us. So yeah, I'll let you know if I have some technology issues.
Seeing as our Science Undergraduate Society counselor is not here, and our not here either, moving on to guest, acting VP Finance. Sorry. Yeah, my apologies. I missed the communications counselor.
Hey everyone, my name is Alan Ripke, pronouns he, him. All my access needs are met.
Yeah. My apologies about that. And yeah, moving on to guest, acting VP Finance.
Hi, my name is Rasco. My pronouns are he, him, his. Access needs wise, it is a bit late in the day, and I do not have much sleep. Much like Abby, I was here the previous day till late, and I'll be here till late as well. So I may be stumbling a bit with words and a bit slow, but that's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone. We're now on to our consent agenda. The motion reads, be it resolved to adopt the consent agenda by unanimous consent. So in the consent agenda, we're just approving meeting minutes from the November 17th OCO meeting. So I will seek unanimous consent for the consent agenda. If you wish to dissent or abstain, please use the Zoom raise hand feature and record your vote. So seeing none, the motion is carried unanimously. We're now on to the adoption of the agenda. The motion reads, be it resolved to adopt the agenda as presented. So I will move. Is there a seconder?
Acting President.
Acting President seconds. We're now on to discussion on the amendments. So if you wish to make any amendments, now is the time to do so. Actually, you have a list?
Yeah, I would like to move a big batch here. So the first thing I want to do is to cut the 3 discussion items on work reports and replace them instead with a discussion item entitled Extension for Executive Work Reports, December 1st to 15th. The other thing I would like to do is add 3 motions for after the in-camera. So the order there will be the chair election as new business, then a discussion item for the extension, the in-camera, and then we follow it up with 3 motions. The first motion I will paste in chat here. Excuse me while I do that. That's the first half. All right, so I'll read that out now. The motion is titled Withholding the Stipend of VP UAA, whereas the VP University and Academic Affairs, Nicole Nikki Kiergan, currently has at least 8 bi-weekly work reports missing for over a month past the due date with no prior exception. Whereas R4 4.5b states that stipend shall not be paid for months where the work report is submitted more than 1 month late, unless council has authorized a prior exception. Whereas Ms. Kiergan has already been fined by both the former and acting VP Finance and Services for missing work reports. Be it resolved to withhold the stipend of VP University and Academic Affairs, Nicole and Nikki Kiergan, for all future pay periods for the rest of the 2022-2023 fiscal year. Be it further resolved that the VP University and Academic Affairs stipend will be paid if all the incomplete work reports have been submitted. Hold on, I seem to have lost my spot. If they've all been submitted, completed, approved, and approved by both the Oversight Committee on Executive Officers and the Acting VP Finance and Services before the next pay period, after they have been approved. So that's the first motion. The other motions I would like to put on, I will ask our Acting VP Service to paste them in chat. The first one is titled Membership Audit of Nicole Kiergan. Whereas concerns have been expressed regarding the membership status of VP University and Academic Affairs, Nicole and Nikki Kiergan. Whereas members of council and the executive committee are required to be members of the society in order to hold their positions. Be it resolved that OCEO tasks the acting president and the acting VP Finance and Services to conduct a membership audit of the VP University and Academic Affairs, Nicole and Nikki Kiergan, in order to determine eligibility to serve on council. Is that posted in chat? It is. The second one the third one I would like to put on is titled Delegating the Acting VP Finance and Services authority to consult legal counsel regarding council eligibility concerns. Whereas the Acting VP Finance and Services has reduced the stipend of the VP University and Academic Affairs, Nikki Kiergan, for the pay period of December 1st to 15th of 2022. Whereas the acting VP Finance and Services is familiar with the concerns regarding the eligibility of VP UAA to serve on council. Whereas OCEO has recommended the acting VP Finance and Services investigate the VP UAA for questions regarding eligibility to serve on council. Be it resolved that OCEO recommend the acting president delegate authority to consult society legal counsel regarding VP UAA's eligibility to serve on council, the acting VP Finance and Services. I will move back.
Yeah, I will second. Are there any discussions to this batch of amendments? Yes, ex officio list, sorry, Abby, you have the list?
Thank you. Yeah, wanted to say, I think this is unprecedented in OCEO's history. If someone knows the history better, they can correct me, but I don't believe we've ever had a motion to withhold stipend before or conduct a eligibility in any way, shape, or form for a member. So this is unprecedented territory for us. So hopefully everything goes well.
Pascal, you have a list?
Hi, yes. So yeah, I just want to echo what the acting president, Abby Farmer, has said here. It is unprecedented and it's not something to take lightly. These two motions that I sent into OCO and for the admin assistants here, they are on the mailing list. Absolutely unprecedented, and I wish we weren't here right now, frankly, but it's the integrity of the society here and our appointment process and finances that these two motions have to be passed, and more details to the committee membership here will be discussed in camera. Thank you.
Right, so I will seek unanimous consent to this batch of amendments. If you wish to dissent or abstain, please use the Zoom raise hand feature and I'll record your vote. Seeing as there's none, the batch of amendments is carried unanimously. Right, so moving on to new business. There is the OCEO chair election today, submitted by the philosophy counselor.
Aaron.
Ashley, but
Aaron,
oh, yeah.
we still have to approve the agenda.
Oh, sorry. Ashley, you have a point of order?
Oh, it's just what Abby was going to say.
Yeah. So I'm going to move to approve the agenda. Right. Unanimous consent to that. If you wish to dissent or abstain, please use the Zoom raise hand feature and I'll record your vote. Seeing as there's none, the agenda is approved these amendments now. So yeah, now going into new business, there is the OCEO chair election today, submitted by the philosophy counselor Ashley Flett. The motion reads, whereas the position of chair on the Oversight Committee on Executive Officers is currently vacant, whereas the terms of reference states that a non-executive officer is meant to be chair of OCEO, be it resolved to appoint non-executive counselor X as the chair of OCEO for the 2022 to 23 council year. Is there a mover?
Acting Pres.
Acting Pres moves, and I will second. So now into discussion. Now on to discussion for this. Ashley, you have a list?
Yeah, I would like to nominate myself for chair of Oversight.
Yeah.
And I accept my own nomination.
I guess we'll do like a few, two more call to nominations. They're now moving on to second call for nominations. Right, third and final call for nominations. Okay, seeing as there's none, I believe the philosophy counselor chair wins chair by acclamation. So I'm going to amend the motion to strike out Counselor X with the philosophy counselor Ashley Flett. So the motion now reads, whereas the position of chair on the Oversight Committee on Executive Officers is currently vacant, whereas the term of reference states that a non-executive officer is meant to chair OCEO, be resolved that to appoint non-executive counselor Ashley Flett, chair of OCEO for the 2022 to 23 council year. So I will seek unanimous consent to this. Sorry, is there a mover?
I'll move.
Philosophy moves, and I will second. Is there any discussion for this? Seeing as there's none, I will seek unanimous consent to this. If you wish to abstain or dissent, you can raise hand feature and I'll record your vote. All right, seeing as there's none, congratulations, Ashley. You will now be chair of OCEO. And yeah, and now that I would like to pass it off to Ashley now that the chair position is no longer vacant.
Did we officially pass that motion?
Yeah.
Did
We passed the amendment and then
Did we pass the amendment? Did we pass the motion?
honestly don't. Alan, do you remember if we passed the motion there?
I believe so.
Okay, my brain might have skipped over that. All good. Sure. All right, so I will continue this motion. Let me pull up my agenda. So next up would actually be all the discussion items that we scrapped. So the only discussion item that remains is the one that I added about the extension. It's just a quick note. Many executives have come up to me asking for an extension. I just figured I'd run this by everybody to give all executives an extra week to hand in their work reports for the current the current report period that we are in. Any objections or lists about that? I figured we would all be in agreement, but just want to run that by, officialize the process. Yeah. Seeing no discussion, we're good on that front then. So next is the in-camera. I will move us to go in camera. The motion reads, be resolved to go in camera. I will move. Can I get a seconder?
I'll second.
Thank you. I believe this is discussion. Yeah, seeking discussion. Seeing no discussion, I'm now going to seek unanimous consent. If you wish to dissent or abstain, please use the raise hand feature in Zoom. Seeing none, we are now in camera. Can someone please make a breakout room?
We can just pause the recording.
Hi everyone. We are back from in camera. The next motion is to go X camera. I will move it. Can I get a seconder, please?
Acting press.
Acting president seconds. Excellent. Just let me find my agenda. Excellent. So the next thing is we have three motions to pass. Roscoe, I see you have a list.
Yes, one moment.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you that we're gonna do the one that I submitted first, and then
Okay.
yours.
Oh, I just want to speak on the leaving the X camera.
Okay.
So it is now 11 p.m. and we started this meeting at 8:30 at 9, right? A little bit before 9, and it just shows the gravity of the situation that was discussed in camera and the motions that are going to be passed here. It's unprecedented, and I hope that this can be noted down on the meeting minutes. It's absolutely unprecedented, and I personally do not want to be in this position right now. What's happening?
The other thing I will mention before I go to your list is we actually do need to seek unanimous consent on going X camera, but this is technically discussion on going X camera. So I will allow you to go, Abby.
Yeah, I want to echo what Roscoe said. Nobody wants this. Nobody asked for this, but it's what we're being forced to do in order to follow our own bylaws and keep the SFSS honest to the membership. And I hope something like this never happens again.
Roscoe, you have a direct response?
Yeah, and to any student watching here, this recording that's posted on YouTube, yes, we're here at 11. It's, as you can see, it's dark everywhere, and even in the room, you're in the sub. No one wants to be here this late, but it is what we have to do to ensure the integrity of the society and to make sure we're actually, serving students and holding the exec accountable. Thank you.
Yeah, I've also just listed here. I would like to echo what has been said by the acting VP Finance and the acting president. Nobody wants this. This is appalling how late we are. This is unprecedented. This is bad, for lack of a better term. Nobody wants this. We don't have to do this. We just want to help students. Yeah. All right. I'm going to seek unanimous consent for going X camera. If you wish to dissent, please use the raise hand feature in Zoom, and I'll ask you for your vote. Seeing none, we are now X camera. Up next is the first motion that we have to pass. I will read it aloud for transparency and accessibility. The motion is titled, Withholding the Stipend of VP UAA. Whereas the VP University and Academic Affairs, Nicole Nikki Kiergan, I will amend that typo, currently has at least 8 bi-weekly work reports missing for over a month past the due date with no prior exception. Whereas R4 4.5b states that stipend shall not be paid for months where the work report is submitted more than 1 month late unless council has authorized a prior exception. Whereas Ms. Kiergan has already been fined by both the former and acting VP Finance and Services for missing work reports, be it resolved to withhold the stipend of the VP University and Academic Affairs, Nicole Nikki Kiergan, for all future pay periods for the rest of the 2022-2023 fiscal year. Be it further resolved that the VP University and Academic Affairs' stipend will be paid if all the incomplete work reports have been submitted, completed, and approved by both the Oversight Committee on Executive Officers and the acting VP's Finance and Services before the next pay period after they have been approved. I will move this. Can I get a seconder?
Acting president.
Acting president seconds. I'm now going to seek discussion on the item. I'm actually going to list myself as I happen to have noticed a typo. I would like to move that in the first whereas clause, speaking is not working, where to strike the is before the word currently. So to have it read, whereas the VP University and Active Affairs, Nicole Nikki Kerrigan currently has at least 8 bi-weekly work reports missing for over a month past the due date with no prior exceptions. So to scratch the is there from that. I'll move that. Can I get a seconder?
Acting President.
Thank you, Acting President. Seeking discussion on this amendment. I'm assuming there is none. I'm going to seek unanimous consent. If we should dissent, you know the drill. All right. So we are now back to the main discussion list. Is there any lists about this motion? I also pasted in chat, I suspect. Now that's the whereas clauses. And this is the be it resolved clauses. So that has been read off. Seeing no discussion, unless I missed something. Oh, that looks like all. I'm going to seek unanimous consent. If you wish to dissent, please use the raise hand feature in Zoom, and I will ask you for your vote. Going once, going twice. This motion is carried unanimously.
That was just the amendment number.
I already did two.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
We got a mover and second on the amendment, and then
yeah, and then I carried unanimously, and then I open up discussion one last
Okay.
time, and then I post the
Okay.
fixed motion.
okay, I could be mistaken. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's that motion. The next motion. Roscoe, if you could please paste that in chat, I will read it out.
Yes, one moment.
Yeah, take your time.
Just have to switch.
Yeah, while you paste it in chat, I will read it aloud.
Yeah.
I have it in front of me.
So my first motion is going to be titled Membership Audit of Nicole Nikki Kurgan. Here's the title for accessibility in the chat. And here's the motion.
I will read that aloud, Roscoe. Membership audit of Nicole Nikki Kerrigan. Whereas concerns have been expressed regarding the membership status of the VP University and Academic Affairs, Nicole Nikki Kerrigan. Whereas members of council and the executive committee are required to be members of the society in order to hold their positions. Be it resolved that OCEO tasks the acting president and the acting VP Finance and Services to conduct a membership audit of VP University and Academic Affairs, Nicole Nikki Kerrigan, in order to determine eligibility to serve on council. I will move this. Can I get a seconder? Cognitive science seconds. I'm seeking discussion on this motion. Seeing no discussion, I'm going to seek unanimous consent. If you wish to dissent, please use the raise hand feature in Zoom, and I'll ask you for your vote. Seeing none, this is carried unanimously. The next motion, which I will ask the acting VP Finance to paste in chat as well, is titled Delegating the Acting VP Finance and Services Authority to Consult Legal Counsel Regarding Council Eligibility Concerns. Whereas the acting VP Finance and Services has reduced the stipend of the VP University and Academic Affairs, Nicole Nikki Kerrigan, for the pay period of December 1st to 15th of 2022. Whereas the acting VP Finance and Services is familiar with the concerns regarding the eligibility of the VP UAA to serve on council. Whereas Oversight has recommended the acting VP Finance and Services investigate the VP UAA for questions regarding eligibility to serve on council. Be it resolved that OCEO recommend the acting president delegate authority to consult society legal counsel regarding VP UAA's eligibility to serve on council to the acting VP Finance and Services. I will move. Can I get a seconder? Cogs seconds. Seeking discussion on this motion. Acting President.
Just a question. Just to get everyone's opinion on this. Should I be abstaining on this just because I am the current legal liaison officer, or is it fine for me to vote on this?
Considering that I suspect I'll be seeking unanimous consent, if you would like to abstain, that might be best, yes. Is there any further questions? Seeing none, I'm going to seek unanimous consent. If you wish to abstain, do what the acting president did. Acting president,
I'd like to abstain, please.
you would like to abstain. Please have it noted in the minutes that the acting president abstains on this motion. However, despite this, the motion passes not unanimously. It's still unanimous. It passes unanimously. And that is the final motion. The next motion is 18 adjournment. 18.1. The motion reads, be it resolved to adjourn the meeting at 11:15 p.m. All right, then. I will move this. Can I get a seconder? I'll give that to Cogs. Any discussion? Yes, acting VP Finance.
I hope
Try that again.
I hope the membership sees one day what has happened here, and I'm sure everyone at this table will agree. It is our duty to membership for us to investigate these concerns and what happened here. And we shall try better as a student society. Thank you.
Thank you for that comment, Roscoe. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, that motion is carried unanimously. This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you everyone for your time.